Welcome back to Prime Time, and y'all, but for y'all ass, like, I got shampoo in my eye. Y'all, I was in the shower dying. I was like, oh my god. But yeah, I'm fine. Like, nothing wrong with my eye. I just got shampoo in it. And I was like, oh fuck. I'm still finna record this video though, but whatever. So, where we finna start at? So, by the title of this video, this is gonna be a story time where I ran away. And this is almost like a, not even a prequel, like part 2. Like, this is kind of like, this is like something that I should have told y'all in the coming out story. Okay, this happened after the coming out story. Okay, yeah, it did. It happened after the coming out story, and I was still staying with him. And, staying with my father. So, when this was like in October of 2017, I was like 15, and y'all, like, my dad was like really like, he was just, I don't want to say abusing me physically no more. He was just mentally abusing me and stuff, and verbally abusive. And I was just like, it got to the point where, y'all, I just couldn't take it, like, because it was like, he hated me. And I just was like, damn, like, really? You hate me because of who I am? So I was like, that shit was breaking me down. And I was like, you know what? Fuck this. So I ran away. Y'all, I ran away. So I want to say, first, it started off the morning, cool, same thing, you know, getting dressed for school, all of that. The first person to always leave be my dad. He be the first person to leave. Then it'd be my sister. She leaves second because then she got to catch the bus. And I walk to school, so I can leave wherever I want. So as soon as my sister leave, I'm like, yeah, I'm finna run away. I'm tired of this. I'm like, I'm sick of dealing with him, blah, blah, blah. Like, I just can't do this no more. So I ended up taking like all my books and stuff out my backpack, and I put like in some clothes, some snacks. I put some snacks in there. It's not even no snacks for real. I put like probably 3 bags of chips and some mini donuts in there. Like, y'all know them mini white donuts? But yeah, I put those in my book bag. Oh, and I put some Gatorade in there. So I was like, yeah, I'm stacked. We gone. Gee. But so I ran away. It was a great day. Like, it looked like it was about to rain. Like, I was like, ugh. And it was kind of cold outside, too. I want to say it was probably like 40 degrees out. But I did not care. Like, I just wanted to be gone. Like, I was done dealing with him. So, I ran away. And I kind of, like, went into the woods at first. Because, like, we live by the woods. I went into the woods. And then I was like, nah, I can't be up in here. Because, like, somebody finna snatch me up. And it was real scary, especially because how the weather was. Like, I'm like, this don't look right. And it was like, it was too quiet in the woods. I'm like, this how scary movies be happening. So I ended up going out of the woods, and then I took like this long walk. Like, I was going farther and farther away, and then I ended up getting to like Taco Bell. Y'all don't even know. How should I map this out? Because we kind of like, Taco Bell was like 10 miles away from not even 10 miles. Y'all, it was far. It was far, y'all, but I ended up going to Taco Bell. I didn't have no money or nothing. I just went to Taco Bell to like warm up a little bit. And then after I left Taco Bell, I ended up going onto like this daycare roof, because like on the daycare, it was like some ladders, a little ladder leading up to the roof. So I climbed up on top of the roof, and I laid there, and y'all, like, I was tired because I've been walking for probably like a good 3 hours at that point, 3 to 4 hours. I was like, fuck, I'm just gonna lay here real quick. Mind you, I want to say I ran away at like 6, 7 a.m. So at this time, it was probably like shit, 11, maybe even 12. So I was like, oh, okay, let me lie down. Y'all, I passed out for like a good 2 hours. And then I think it was 2 hours, because I did not have my phone on me or nothing, because he took it away. Like, he took all my shit away. So I couldn't really keep track of time. But when I woke back up, it was like it was raining because I was like, oh shit, like that's why I woke up because I was getting soaked. I'm like, oh my god, like what's going on? So I'm like, y'all, when it started raining, when I woke up to the rain, I started crying because I'm like, damn, I can't do this. I'm gonna have to go back home. This is too much. I thought I was a soldier, but I can't do this. I can't do this. Like this is too much. So I ended up climbing down the daycare, and then I was walking a little more further, and then I ended up meeting this old man, y'all. Or so I walked past him, and then he started to follow me. At first, I'm like, what the fuck, like this weird dude. That's when I turned around and I was like, are you following me? He was like, no, are you okay? Like, you look like you've been crying. And I was like, oh yeah. I'm like, no, I'm fine. He was like, where are you headed? I'm like, look, I ran away. I don't even know why I was telling this old man all of this. Like, he could have just snatched me up and did anything he wanted because he knew I was by myself. But thank the universe, he was like a nice, kind man. And he, that's when he was like, well, so in that case, are you hungry? You want something to eat? Girl, I'm looking like, the fuck? What you finna feed me? You look homeless too. You look homeless too. I was like, and my dumb ass said yeah, because I was hungry, but even though I had snacks in my bag, I just didn't want the snacks at the time. I wanted like some hot food. He was like, well, it's a McDonald's like a mile away. You want to walk together to the McDonald's? I was like, sure. And so during that walk that we had, I was pretty much telling him about my little coming out story. Like, y'all, I was pouring into this stranger and I was crying, like, and he was just listening, y'all. And then he ended up telling me his name was George. Did I say his name was George? George, I'm so grateful for you. I hope he probably doing okay. So we finally get to the McDonald's, and that's when he finally started talking, and he was like, you should just be yourself. Don't care what anybody else thinks. If your father feels that way, he's the one at the loss. Y'all, like, he was saying the most kindest things to me. And y'all, I was just crying because I was like, wow, this old man was hitting me with wisdom. And then he was telling me about his little story about how, he not like other people, school just wasn't for him. So, he had to drop out. And then he been on the streets for like 20 years. Girl, he was telling me all his tea. I'm like, oh, I don't know how you do it. I was intrigued though. I was like, oh, so you just know the way of the land. He was like, yeah, I live off. What he say? Did he say he live off the land? Girl, he said something like that. I'm like, I don't know what that is, but go for it. I'm like, how you got money? But I wasn't asking too much questions. He put like a little dirty $10 bill out, and then we got like some cheeseburgers and some McChickens, and then we got like 2 small fries. And then I gave him one of my Gatorades because I was like, you don't got to spend any more money, because I felt bad because when he told me he was homeless, I'm like, damn, okay, like, I'm not homeless, I could go back home, but like, I feel bad for letting you spend your money on me. So I'm like, you don't got to buy no drinks. So I gave him one of the Gatorades, and that's what we ate. And then we was talking, y'all, we was talking for a long time. I can't remember all we was talking about, but we was talking forever. And then after that, we finally parted ways. I was like, thank you so much, George. And he was like, I can always see great things for you and stuff like that. And I'm like, y'all, if that old man can see it, bitch, I know I'm gonna be a bad bitch in the future, y'all. Like, I already know my future just gonna be so good. Like, oh shit, y'all, I'm rumbling. It's cause like this shampoo, like, really, it's burning, so this not gonna be too long. But I was like, damn, okay, thank you, George. So me and George ended up parting ways, and then that's when I ended up getting on the expressway, y'all. I walked on the expressway I was walking on the expressway for like 10 miles. Like, I was literally walking. I walked for so long. And then this car ended up pulling up beside me. And then came out this short little black lady, like the shortest little black lady ever. Super nice. I don't even remember her name. But she gets out the car and she was like, honey, are you okay? Are you lost? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. She was like, where are you heading to? I was like, I don't know. I ran away. Y'all, mind you, I'm 15 at the time and I'm just letting everybody know my business. What if she was a kidnapper too? We don't know. But she was like, I'm like, do you need a ride? I was like, well, I don't got nowhere to go. She was like, you think you could call someone? You know, you could call someone on my phone. I was like, okay, cool. So we get in her car and then she hands me her phone and we still like parked. And then I end up calling my mama. I end up calling her and I tell her I ran away. And she was like, oh, damn. She was like, okay, well, you can't come here because that's going to be the first place he look. And then I'm gonna get charged with kidnapping because my dad had custody of me at the time. So she was like, okay, what you gonna do? We gonna send you to Ann house. You could go to Ann house and then stay over there for a little bit. And I was like, okay, cool. Ann is my stepdad's sister, so she's like, that's my auntie. Yeah, that's my auntie. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go to her house. And she ended up calling her, then called me back and like, yeah, you could go there. It's confirmed. Blase, blase. She sent me the address. And then she also thanked the lady. I think she probably asked the lady her name and stuff. I was not listening, y'all. I was just crying because I was just so sad because, y'all, like, I really love my dad. And it really hurt me that he just did that and that I feel like he lost all love for me at that moment because I was gay. And I was like, wow. I'm not about to cry. My eyes are just watery because, like, my eye hurting. But, like, y'all, I was so hurt. And it was just a lot. That's why I'm like, if y'all didn't see that Come Down story, y'all need to go watch that. And then, you know, because that's, like, the prequel to this. But, I ended up going over there. I was over at my auntie house for 2 days. When I got there, we ended up eating White Castle. Ooh, that White Castle was good as fuck. It was good. So White Castle, and I just chilled over there for like 2 days, and then I ended up having to go back to my dad's house. And after that, that shit was annoying. Cause my mom ended up picking me up from my auntie house, and then she had to take me back because my dad was like, he finna call the police, blah, 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 all that. My mom was like, you can't stay here forever because he gonna have to eventually find you. And I'm like, okay. So, I go back over there. I want to say I was at my dad's house for like probably 2 more weeks having to deal with all that verbal and emotional abuse. Like, I don't know how you could just treat your child like that. Like, especially if they not, ain't no reason to treat your child like that, first of all. Like, that shit just ridiculous. Like, I'm still a little bitter towards him because of that. But, you know, I still have love for him because he's my father. But it's like, damn. It's been, y'all, that happened almost 5 years ago. And he still haven't apologized or even acknowledged all that stuff has happened. And it's like, every year it's like, damn. When I blow up and get famous and shit, like, I'm not trying to hear from him or nothing. Like, what if he need a kidney or some shit, and he don't talk to his family? I'm probably not even gonna give him the motherfucking kidney. I'm gonna just let his ass die. That sounds so evil. Okay, I'm probably gonna give him my kidney, but he gonna have to fucking beg for it, and I'm gonna need some money. But yeah, I ended up leaving 2 weeks after that, living with my mom, and you know, that was that, you know. And after that, I really haven't spoke to my dad. I spoke to him a little bit, but it was like about some other shit, and he just didn't acknowledge nothing that happened. Like, we was just talking regular, like everything was normal. I'm like, we not gonna talk about what happened. You're not gonna apologize. Okay, whatever. It is what it is. Or every time when my mom used to bring up that I had a boyfriend, he'd be like, I don't want to hear about that gay shit. I don't want to hear none of that gay shit. You know, it was just, I don't know how you could be so homophobic, like, especially times like this. Like, that was 2017. Like, that's ridiculous. It's crazy. But yeah, y'all, that will conclude this story time. I wanted to give y'all this story time because motherfuckers was telling me that my stories be too freaky, blah blah blah. But I'm like, them story times be popping off. Y'all love the freaky story times. But then you got a few haters. It's always gonna be them haters. And then I be getting like one dislike on every video. I'm like, I really got a hater. Like, you really watching every video just to leave one dislike? For what? For what? Like, it's ridiculous. It's like, really, it's really be people out here hating on people for living their best life. Like, who does that? Like, I could never be that miserable. Like, if you that miserable, seek help. Seek some help. Seek some therapy. Listen to some good music or something. Like, get back into your good vibes because, like, why is you hating? You know? But, yeah, y'all. I hope y'all have a good rest of y'all day, whatever day y'all watching this on. And I'm gonna catch y'all next time on another Prime Time.